Hi, this is Jennifer, and the purpose of this video tutorial is to quickly show you how to navigate through Desmos as you are presenting your lesson to your class. So, once you've already created a custom activity, you're going to go ahead and sign on to teacher.desmos.com and then go down here to custom. Okay, once you're in your custom activities, you'll see a list of activities that you've previously created, and you're going to go ahead and select one of those. Alright, once you're there, you're going to go ahead and create a class code, and there we go. And I will advise you to please create a class code for each of your periods. That way, as students answer the questions in your presentation, you'll have record as to how students did in each class separately versus having all the data combined. So it'll just make it a lot easier for you to assess whether or not each period understood. Alright, once you've created a class code, you're going to go ahead and go to View Dashboard. Alright, once you click View Dashboard, you will be at a screen that students will see so that they know how to access your presentation. So they're going to go to student.desmos.com and they're going to type in the code that's provided. Please note that this code does not expire and they can access your presentation anytime, even if they're at home, just simply by going to the website and typing in this code. Please note that this code is not case sensitive, and also this space right here in the middle, they do not need to put that in. If you would rather put this link on your Google Classroom, you might want to go ahead and do that instead. That way students just simply click on the link and they will be directly logged into your presentation. Alright, so when you present your lesson for Desmos, you're going to want to present it as a student. So if you see right here at the top right hand corner, you're going to select student, and on your computer screen where my box is right here, you will see a box where you can click that and you will make it full screen. Unfortunately, I don't have that option because I'm using my iPad at this time. As you go through your lesson, there'll be arrows so that you can go ahead and go to each subsequent slide. If you would like to paste this so that students don't get too far ahead, you can go ahead and click on the top left hand corner right here to pasting, and you would just select the range. So I want to start at slide 1, and let's say I only want them to see the first 2 slides, so we're going to go ahead and restrict it to screens 1 and 2. Alright, so students will only be able to flip in between those 2 pages. Just because you're on slide 2 does not mean that students are on slide 2. They have access to whatever you've pasted them at. So if you only want them to see the slide that you're working on, you would just go back to pasting. Let's say I only want them to see slide 1. I will just restrict it to slide 1. Alright. As you continue in your presentation, you can go ahead and click the plus sign, and they will then be allowed to access more slides. Alright, eventually in your presentation, you're going to get to a point where students can answer questions. So let's say that you're here at the screen and you're giving students an opportunity to answer this question. If you're wondering who has responded and who hasn't, you would just go here to the summary tab. And the summary tab is going to tell you who exactly has answered your question. So as you can see here, everyone's answered. Okay, and you can go ahead and begin to call on students. So you can either call on the student by clicking their name, by clicking that little dot to see what they put, or if you want to see what the class said as a whole, you can go right back up here to teacher, and then you can look at the responses from students and then talk about them, or have students talk about them. Alright, if you want to make this a little bit more anonymous, you can go ahead and click on this button here where it says anonymize, and it'll give everyone a anonymous name. As you can see, everyone's name has been changed to protect the innocent. Let's see if there's anything else. That's pretty much it for the presentation. Oh, one more thing. If If you are going over a problem and you've given them enough time, I would highly recommend that you push pause. Pause. If you push pause, pause will pause everything on their screen so that they cannot change their answer. Alright, but the main thing that you're going to want to remember is to unpause it. Right? And once you unpause it, then they will be able to access the next slides. If you don't unpause it, don't worry, they'll remind you and you'll go ahead and unpause it and go on with your lesson. Trust me, it's happened to me many times. It will happen to me again, where inevitably I will forget to unpause it and they will gently remind me that I need to unpause it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for Desmos. There is one other thing here, snapshots. And snapshots just allow you to take pictures of answers that you want to refer back to. So for example, let's say that I really like this answer, or I want to talk about this answer. I'll just go here to the camera, take a snapshot. As you can see now, I have one under my snapshot. Drag it and present it, and then you can talk about each answer. If I snapshotted a couple, let's see, let's go back. Let's snapshot one more. Let's do that one. All right, now you should see two, and I'll drag that here so I can look at the first one, and then click on the downward arrow and look at the second one, and then you can have a class discussion. All right, hopefully that helps, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to contact me. And